everyone, and welcome to Talking Horses. We will try to do it all over again today. Good news is temperatures have risen. The week begins today, in actuality. Andy Serling, soon to be joined by Anthony Stabile. You know the drill. Head over to Naira Bets. If you're not a member, we'll match you to a $200 deposit bonus. Use the promo code Big A. And now, surprise me, Jose. Oh, the old Friday 2% rebate. Be sure to bet through the app only on all your bets at Aqueduct, and you will get a 2% rebate. Don't sneeze at it. It's free money. I will be playing on the app all day today. Show bets do not qualify. You're on, Anthony, and I tell you, we have we have other TVs in here. We have the feeds from different tracks on. They got a great shot in the Gulfstream feed. The ocean is wild. Right?
Yeah, look at the palm trees
down there.
The palm trees are swaying.
Pegasus is angry.
And the kraken, the sea kraken.
Wild down there, but it's not here. That's the good news.
Might be like Godzilla versus Mothra today down there.
That's a great shot, though,
Pegasus comes alive like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in Ghostbusters and fights like a sea kraken. You never know. Probably both in for a tag, though, down at Gulfstream.
How big a disappointment was Ghostbusters 2?
It was pretty disappointing. Ghostbusters 2, yeah, with Vigo. I am Vigo, ruler of the world. No good. It was not good. Justin's upset by this, by the way. I see the hands in the air.
Actually, Justin, who's our cameraman today, is upset because the Cats movie got a terrible review.
I wouldn't. You couldn't. That was so. The trailer is so creepy. Oh, nowhere. The clowns and the owls and the cats.
Could have gotten
right
12 stars. I wasn't going either. Anyway, we got 8 to talk about. Today's first race, we'll take a look at Blahnik running 2 races back. I don't know if we've got the paint working on the video, so you may just see a whole bunch of horses running. Blahnik is in the lead at this. Oh, we got it working. Oh. Our crack staff in the truck never lets us down. Now, Blahnik did not run well against much better horses last time. I don't think the question of Blahnik, and you know, this was a figure that came back too high, but horses have run back, particularly the winner, and justified the number. The problem I have is this horse has to get a mile today. If this race was 6 furlongs, I think Blahnik would be a deserved 3 to 5 in here. At a mile, boy, that seems like a stretch.
I want very little to do with this horse at the mile. And this is an instance, I believe, where it is all about real estate. We talk about this being a game of real estate. This is all about real estate. I don't think this horse wants anything to do with the 7th and 8th furlong she's going to have to deal with today. And I think she's a vulnerable
Justin's leaving.
Favorite. I don't blame him.
Getting tickets for Cats.
I don't blame him. He loved Blahnik today. He's a big Blahnik shoe fan. He thought she was just going to go wire to wire today, and he's mad at us now for not liking Blahnik.
Understandable. So where'd you go?
I went outside, causing trouble. They named this one after me. They really didn't. Third start off of a break. This horse ran some decent races at a mile last year. There's speed in here provided by Blahnik. I don't think Blahnik wants to go that far. I think this horse will get a good setup today. And I think the money will be to the inside. 87 North's going to take money. Blahnik will take plenty of money. I think I'm going to get 7-2, 4-1 on this horse.
I don't.
Just a little. You don't?
No.
Really?
No, I don't. But she can win. I thought she was the 3rd likeliest winner.
Okay.
I don't trust Blahnik getting the mile, but I'm not going to deny that she's loose in here, and she's still the horse to beat. I took 87 North because she probably can go a little farther. I'm worried she's much more of a turf horse, and her only reasonable number was in a wet track. I just put her on top so that she wouldn't have trouble with the distance. And the other day I thought about picking Causing Trouble. I'm a little bit dubious of her, and you know I am David Duggan's biggest fan, but I'm just not sure. But I agree. 1, 2, 6, you're supposed to start the card out, and it feels like you're supposed to get to the race with those 3 horses. Race number 2, we'll take a look at Chillin' with Friends and First Dawn, running 2nd and 3rd last time out behind Ma Meatloaf, who came back and did not run a step. Listen, you know I looked at this race and I said I want to bet against Chillin' with Friends. I got to tell you, I couldn't make a case for anybody else. I mean, Smiles with Sadie ran the other day, and she didn't lift her hoof at all. Gun Note Diplomacy, I'd actually prefer almost to take her at a bigger price, but she hasn't done any running. I just don't know where else to go. I mean, it's hard. First Dawn just couldn't come close to her, and I don't want to take Chillin' with Friends, but she's totally loose. And she's probably going to win this race at a very short price. It's not the kind of horse I want to bet on, but I'm not going to just pick somebody against her just to pick somebody against her.
I gotcha. Yeah, I'm with you on the fact that, you know, when these horses find their way to these bottom level claiming races, a big part of the reason is they just don't want to pass horses. That's obvious, right? If you get to win, you got to be in front.
They're not fast enough.
They're not fast enough to pass horses. So Chillin' with Friends is supposed to get in front of these. She hasn't disappointed nearly as much as the rest of the fillies in this field. And
I agree.
That's it.
And the problem
she's supposed to just get in front and keep going.
The problem I would run into in the winter here is get stubborn and consistently say, I'm not betting Chillin' with Friends. And horses like this get through conditions by attrition.
Yep.
Because eventually they find a field that they almost can't help but beat. Now, maybe she won't win today, and I'm not going to knock somebody that wants to take a shot against her. But I'm not that guy today. She's going to be a short price, and I can't
we're
make a
willing
case.
to take for shots, but where are you going? What shot are you going to take? Are you going to take a shot with Smiles and Sadie with 8 seconds from 13
Well,
starts?
not only that. Well, Smiles and Sadie couldn't help but win this race last year. Because even though she didn't want to win,
correct,
she would have been 4 in front of the others and turning around and saying, would somebody please come? And nobody would have been able to come and get her.
But those days are gone, too.
But her last 2 races are awful. I mean, she was brutal last time out.
Brutal.
Just brutal.
Brutal.
Made a little move in the turn and then had nothing.
She was absolutely brutal.
Maybe she'll win today. Maybe she'll wake up and win today, but I'm not betting her.
No.
I mean, she's not even a price anyway. I'd rather bet she'll win with friends, or at least is in a reasonable, at least her form is her form. We'll see. It's not like the 6 can't win, Smiles from Sadie. The 4 is scratch, guys. Not the 4 is scratch. My picks here are 5, 6, 1, something else, right?
3, I would imagine.
5, 6, 1, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we move on?
Yes.
You should be sorry, Jose. Jose, I'm not blaming you for that. Who should I blame, Jose? What do you think? Really? Wow.
That's not happening on my watch.
Really?
No.
Wow. Jose kind of said that gleefully.
Say another number, say another name, my friend.
Race number 3. They're going a mile, and they are maidens, and I think we picked the same horse here, so why don't you talk about Evade?
What are we supposed to, again, now this is a horse, showed some speed going the mile on the 16th, first time out, going to cut back to the 1-turn mile. I know the race was on the turf. Listen, this is another one of those races where you want to take a shot against this horse because she's never dirted. I completely understand that, but again, please bring to the table when you ask me how I can pick this horse.
It's not really a turf pedigree,
No, it's
to be
not.
honest with you, Evade. So I actually think she might be going to the right surface here. And the thing is, where are you going to go? The first-time starter at DACA for Michelle Nevin? Not really her forte. And actually, this horse has more of a turf pedigree as well. In Tizar Bella, I know she won in the dirt, but she really was kind of a turf horse. I guess there's Bank de Margot in the rail, but this is more of a turf pedigree, if anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a horse that broke slowly first time out. Now you got to deal with the rail off of that because, you know, even though she's the 3, you got to be careful with the entries in here. She's going to break from
Why is the rail a problem?
Say again?
Why is the rail a
Well,
problem?
I don't like betting horses that have had gate trouble. I know it's only 1 race, but I don't like them down inside, especially going the mile either. If she doesn't break again, she's eliminated.
No, she's not.
She's not?
No.
Okay.
No, because it's just no. Because if she could run, she'd win. I'm not saying I'm betting her, but no, she's not eliminated. Let me ask you a question. What do you think the gaps are going to look like in this race? Would you say it's possible that the 3 could, if the 3 breaks, she could win this race by 5 lengths? So why would you care if she broke a little slow? And this is not the race to start splitting hairs. I'm not saying I particularly like her, but I'm not going to eliminate her because I'm worried she's going to break
no,
slowly.
I understand that. I mean, look, if they all break,
This will
if
be.
they all
a
break,
fun race.
Evade's supposed to be.
I love the Mount Rushmore.
If they all
We got
break,
to get Mount Rushmore in our opening.
they all break.
What is the point of the Mount Rushmore in that open?
It's America, Andy.
I know. I love
Look at the American flag now.
I've been to Mount
Look
Rushmore.
at those American flags.
I've been to Mount Rushmore, by the way.
Have you really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I went there. Yeah, my family took a trip out west.
Huh.
I was very young, but I remember certain things. I remember Mount Rushmore. I remember Old Faithful. I remember the bears. I remember people feeding the bears in the park in Yellowstone. This was the 60s. My dad saying how stupid that was.
2 years ago, I wanted to put a trip together to the Field of Dreams. That's a long drive.
Yeah, with Jerry Garcia dying, my chance of going to Iowa diminished greatly.
That's a long drive. So
Mount Rushmore's great.
But I would have tried.
And you've seen North by Northwest.
Yeah, of course.
How can you not love the scene at Mount Rushmore and North by Northwest? Anyway,
I've never been.
I don't really think you could do much handicapping in this race. I think you're just sort of guessing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because 1 or 2 of these turf horses will handle the dirt well enough to run okay in here, and they're going to probably run 1-2.
2, 5, 6, 3 have all run exclusively on turf. You got a firster. Michelle's numbers now. I only have I don't have the
Michelle Nevin, that is.
The Michelle Nevin horses. She's won a couple of races with horses debuting past a mile. I don't know if it's on dirt or turf, but
Probably dirt.
Probably dirt. I would assume so too. And I mean, I guess if you want a little bit of a stranger in here, she's 4-1 on the morning line. She'll probably be that. Maybe a tick higher, depending on how they bet the turf horses. I don't know. I put the horse second just because I wasn't really thrilled with the 3.
You're probably using 3, 4, 5, 6 to get through the multi-race bets early. Race number 4. I got to tell you something. I'm not dying to pick Wisconsin Knight. I got no problem with you picking against her, though I'm going to make fun of the horse you picked.
Okay.
Because that's what I do. But
Thank you.
this is a lot easier field than the Cadota Pay race she ran last time. And I don't see this as a major negative drop down for Linda because she actually kind of ran her over her head last time. She already ran her for a quarter. I know she had a gold rail 2 back and she blew it on that. Man, this is not much field here.
But don't you feel like at the very least Dazzling Speed and Score Girls Score have to at least put some pressure on her? And she's got to deal with the 6.5?
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Right? I'm hoping Declan Carroll just pockets up Ghostly Beauty behind the rest of them.
But she's a turf horse
I know,
with
listen,
a total turf pedigree that's really not even very good, that's completely dressed up by her last performance. So she's going to be overbet based on a turf performance that isn't so indicative of her actual ability, and she has every right in the world to not be able to stand running on the brown stuff.
No question about it. And you're probably not going to get a price, a sufficient enough price to justify it. But I think that if she does,
I'd like
think
to
it's
book
a coin
every
toss.
cent on her in every pool.
Wow. Even in the multis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave's got good numbers too. He's 3 for 9 the last 2 years.
This is a horse that they're not going
to.
Is a horse that's not getting sent to Florida, and they're going to give her a chance in the dirt, and maybe she'll handle it. And it's a crapshoot. The thing is, to me, it's a crapshoot where she's 10-1, and she's going to be 3-1. That's my problem.
Okay.
I don't like
Fair
it.
enough.
I'm never betting horses like this. I bet Cairo Queen again. Okay, I'll make you a bet. I'll bet you 1-1. I'll bet you 2 lunches. Cairo Queen beats her, and Cairo Queen is 6-1, and she's 3-1.
Listen, I feel like the way I feel in here is
I'm plus 37, by the way.
It's a coin toss.
In case you're counting at home.
If she dirts, I think she's going to win. If she doesn't dirt, so even money to me on 3-1, 6-1's a fair proposition because if she dirt, I think she's going to win. I really do.
I think she can handle it.
You don't think if she can handle the dirt?
Anthony, her last race is not indicative of her ability.
Okay, that's fine. Let's knock 8 points off her last race. You don't think it puts her right there?
Put her right there, but it's on a different surface that she's not bred for this one.
Oh,
I think she's the absolute wrong horse to ever be betting in these races.
But Dave's a sharp guy. Dave's a really good trainer.
So what? What do you think? You think if Dave came in here, he would tell us that he was betting her at 3-1 today?
No, of course not. But
you think Dave agrees with you or me in this argument?
Am I supposed to pick
He's taking a shot. He's got no choice. He's taking a shot.
I get that, but am I supposed to take a horse that's 3-5 that has an awful lot going against her today?
I said I don't have a problem taking this. I just wouldn't take this horse.
Okay.
I think you're supposed to find somebody else. Like Cairo Queen. I think Cairo Queen is far and away the second likeliest winner of this race. Actually.
Okay.
For Kieran. It's Kieran McLaughlin.
I know that, yeah. That's my man. Kieran
Race
McLaughlin.
number 5. It's a
December 20th.
Lovely man. Yeah. Race number 5. What, you know the biggest favorite in today's card was? That you would pick this horse, Joe Smoking Gun, who won here in the slot the other day.
And there's one for you tomorrow,
This was the biggest lock in the century in horse racing, that you would take this horse. Did we not show the stat for Evade, by the way, Jose? Were we just talking through that? Or I just didn't notice it?
We didn't show us.
I got a
We
good
didn't
stat
show
for
an Evade stat.
Turf to Dirt with Route Maidens, Evade. Big stats for Kelly Breen. Rudy, on the other hand, has a stat that Anthony's not going to like. I'm going to tell you something else. Joe Smoking Gun likes a wet track. Second off a claim, 1 last in the dirt. How about this one? How about that one?
You sounded like my buddy Kurt.
He's 5 for 32 with a 79-cent ROI in routes. How about that one, my friend? And that's for a guy who does nothing but win off the claim. And that's a very, I think, important stat for Rudy Rodriguez because Rudy has the best numbers in the game winning off the claim, especially with routers. So they win it almost 40% off the claim, and then they're less than half as effective in their subsequent start. Just pointing it out.
Okay.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Fair enough.
Worried about that a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I am.
Gambler's fallacy second. Does Chad, did you get the okay from Chad that you didn't pick him on top in here?
You know,
did you discuss this?
I didn't discuss it with Chad, actually. No, I did not. I didn't.
I got to tell you, I'm not going to go on my rant. My rant's going to be about the silliness of the popularity award.
Then don't.
Okay.
Gotta try and keep you reined. How about this role reversal in 2019 wraps up? I gotta keep you reined in. This is to the world, huh? What's the thing in Seinfeld? Bizarro World?
You wouldn't know. You've never watched Seinfeld.
But I hear this term. I heard it all. Carlos Martin tried to talk to me about it one day. He's like, "You don't watch Seinfeld? Bizarro World?" I was like, "No."
Our entire lives are Bizarro World. I just think 313 is Smoking Gun. I'm sorry, is all the wrong bet in this race.
Okay.
Last time was the time. I'm betting 313. Go to the lead, Eric. Go to the lead, Eric. Go to the front. I think 313 has been running against much, much better horses. Get to the front here and wire the field. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
You don't like this horse?
I cannot imagine Ray Lou is going to let him get too far away with Joe Smoking Gun.
I agree. No, I agree. I don't like Joe Smoking Gun today. Gambler's fallacy. Here's the problem with Gambler's fallacy. There's two problems. First of all, this horse is 5-2 for no reason other than the fact that Chad Brown's listed as a trainer. This horse isn't even a dirt horse, and this horse's turf form is completely fallen apart. To me, the horse to bet against here is Gambler's fallacy, not Joe Smoking Gun. Joe Smoking Gun's the horse to beat. I have no problem with that. I just don't want him at a short price. To me, Gambler's fallacy is the horse you're supposed to be pitching in this race.
Okay.
What about Zonic? You've given up on Zonic, your boy.
Yeah.
You love Zonic. You're like the president of the Zonic fan club.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? He just did the wrong kind of trip last time?
I got a stat for you. He's first time for a tag. You know what Tommy Albertrani is first time for a tag?
No.
I didn't put it up because the horse would be a price. He's 1 for 30 first time for a tag.
Well, Tommy's a fantastic trainer.
Well, it means he drops them for a reason. It's actually a good sign. It's actually it's not a negative stat first time for the tag is not an insult. It actually shows they're dropping for a reason, and the reason is the horse's form has fallen apart. But I'm still going to have him in there somewhere.
Not me today.
I think the Gambler's fallacy is all the wrong horse in this race. Okay. Way the wrong horse. I'm going to use 1, 2, 6.
Okay.
Race number 5. 6.
1, 2, 4. You mean?
1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4.
He's the 6.
I'm a little upset about Proven Reserves getting scratched here. I wanted to bet against him.
Okay.
I'm a little upset. So Sergeant Drive going to be the favorite now? We'll take a look.
He would have to, right?
So Sergeant Drive, who in his 20th lifetime start or whatever it was, won for the second time in his 20th start. I had that right. He's going to come back and win back-to-back races.
Yeah.
It's quite a field he beat last time.
It was. It was.
Quite a field he beat last time.
I mean,
I don't trust this horse as far as I can throw him.
But
I like horse in here.
Yeah, you like to. I left him alone for you. I put him second.
No, you put him third, and you scratched into him for second. Let's tell
right.
the truth.
Well, okay.
Let's tell the truth.
Right. That's fine. I was using the 3.
And Allure is probably the other horse in here. I know he ran badly last time, but he ran well enough 2 back to blow this field out of the water. If Allure runs his race 2 back, he's going to destroy this field.
I don't disagree with that either.
Yeah. Variant Perception, who's now not going to be as good a price. I'm going to tell you something. I know they went to the turf when we proved the turf. Chad Brown liked this horse when he first started out. Thought this horse had a future. He ended up having, being a turf horse, and he obviously had an issue staying the track. But I remember liking this horse. This horse ran against Vino Rosso, ran against Allure.
He ran against Allure when Chad had him and thought he was going to be okay.
He didn't get the right trips in those races. He really didn't. I'm not saying he would have won, but he did not get the right trips in those races.
Well, they were also sprint races.
I'm not convinced this horse shouldn't have been on the dirt all along.
Okay.
And I think he might be getting back to the right surface.
And that kind of happened with another horse that Michelle had.
Well, I'll tell you.
But doesn't it with Wicked Trick? Wicked Trick was on the wrong surface for a long time.
Right, but I'll tell you another horse that happened to that came from this barn. Data Driven. Data Driven had started out in the dirt and run very well to break his maiden first time at Gulfstream.
Yep.
And then he got a terrible trip at Keeneland. And he really didn't get as much of a chance until he got in off the turf race, but it was a claiming race, and they lost him that day. So I'm not sure this horse isn't really going to be okay in the dirt, so I'm betting him.
Okay.
Won't be 10 to 1. There's obviously
No,
a big
it'll be
favorite crest.
6 to 1.
No, 9 to 2, 4 to 1. I'll take it. I don't like anybody in here. I mean, I don't know who's going to win this race besides the 2, 3, or 10. I guess Rucksack has an outside shot. I don't think you're getting the money with Inscombe. Sorry.
I'm using a 3 and a 10. I was using 1, 3, and 10.
No
now
2.
I'm using 3 and 10.
No 2.
No, I don't like Allure.
You don't want to use the second likeliest winner.
I don't like Allure.
Yeah, probably a mistake. Race number 7. I sort of chickened out with Fair Regis in here. We'll take a look at Fair Regis getting back to 6 furlongs, 3 races back and getting it done. I do think the drop of 6 furlongs and the drop in company will help. It's the horse to beat. I'm going to use others, but I think she's very much the horse to beat.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a little shot against him. She's obviously the horse to beat.
Yeah. Okay.
She's Hickory. She's in the exacta 19 of 31 starts, 9 wins, 10 seconds.
Hickory wasn't Hickory the name of the Cowardly Lion? Wasn't that his real name in the movie?
Could be.
Burt Lahr?
Could be.
It's an old vaudevillian star, right? Burt Lahr?
Say again?
Isn't Burt Lahr, wasn't he a vaudevillian star?
The Cowardly Lion, yes.
Yes.
He was.
Yes. And that's his name, his character. Is he Hickory?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
I played the Scarecrow in my school play.
I hate to see
We still got to get that.
I hate to see the Cowardly Lion.
I got to stand. Aleka Murphy played the Cowardly Lion. My friend Aleka Murphy played the Cowardly Lion.
Do you have a cast photo you could show?
I got to bring the video. I got to find the video. The back room of the house is a mess.
You really do.
I got a standing ovation to If I Only Had a Brain, a cappella. I told Mrs. Sky she didn't need the particularly ivories for that one. Take it off. I sang it all by myself. It was fantastic.
Your father must have been so proud.
He got the hay to stick in me from the barn.
Shall we take a look at Anthony's top choice, Kept True?
Let's do that, Andrew.
Okay.
I would love to.
Why don't you wax poetic about Kept True?
I've been a fan of this filly since day one. Here she is back in November, and this is off a little bit of a break from Saratoga after she got beat just 6 lengths in the prioress, and she coughs up a pretty big lead here, but you know, I think she needed the race, and every time she's run second start of the form cycle, she's improved a bit. And here she's getting run down in an open company race. Now she's back in with the State Breds today. She has plenty of speed and is, in all likelihood, going to get in front of this bunch.
What about, you don't think Filibustin?
Well, Filibustin will be the only one, but I don't know.
Filibustin's pretty quick.
Filibustin's pretty quick, but her speed has kind of eluded her.
Well, she was in a pretty quick. She was in a pretty quick pace last time.
She was. We'll see what happens.
I think Declan Carroll is coming out running with Filibustin.
All right.
I don't know that means that Kept True can't win. But she's not getting in front of her.
I don't think
she's not supposed to be in front of Filibustin if Filibustin breaks.
Okay.
Filibustin breaks, she's supposed to be in front of her.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean she can't win. I'm not. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind sitting at 2 over Filibustin. I think.
I'm not Kept True's biggest fan, but she can win this
Yeah.
race. She's the second likeliest winner.
Yeah.
You know? I think the question is, who else would you use? I'm going to use JC Shooting Star because I love JC Shooting Star.
I know you do.
I do. She's one of my favorites. And you know what I think's cool about her? What did she do in 2019?
She won on.
She won the first race
Yep.
of January 1st. Remember how warm it was that day?
Yes.
Wasn't it like almost 60 degrees? I watched that race outside.
Yes. Yes.
She's a little less angry, but it's angry continuously.
Still angry.
What about my horse Bluegrass Jamboree, who I bet last time? She was a bit over her head coming off the layoff. I think she's playable in here. She's got races that are fast enough to win. I'm gonna use 1-3-5 and bet against Kept True.
I'll tell you what, she's back in a state bred race, non-stakes race for the first time in 2 years.
Yep.
2 years at this point. Probably more.
Suddenly she looks a little more appealing to you, doesn't she?
No, I'm just bringing that up. It's the point. I wouldn't say it's a great point. I would say it's a valid.
Okay, we got some information from Steve, some important stuff. I hate to interrupt.
Okay.
The Tin Man was Hickory.
Oh.
The Cowardly Lion was Zeke.
Ah, okay.
We found a guy more pathetic than us that he had that. I'm going to hope he Googled that. I'm going to hope, because if he didn't.
Thank you, Steve.
I just watched the end of it the other day. How do you not love The Wizard of Oz?
Steve Grabowski, my co-host, I was about to say my cohort, my co-host on HRN, has never seen it, start to finish.
You know, I'll tell you.
That's 8 million to 1, right?
That when I was a kid, because I grew up in like the 20s, we had a black and white TV.
They had to crank the movie.
We didn't have a black and white TV till we built our house in Saratoga and moved there, and my grandmother bought us our house present a TV, a color TV. So I had watched The Wizard of Oz my whole life as a kid in black and white. And the old community theater in Saratoga, which some will remember, it's still there, the building, it's across from the Hilton on Broadway. And I went to see the matinee. They had like a matinee showing of it. And I didn't know that it went to color.
So
when it first happened, I was like,
when they go to Munchkin Land, wow.
Yeah, it was cool.
That would be interesting.
A long time ago, I still remember that. Anyhow, 9th race. What are we doing? 8th race, excuse me. We'll take a look at Freaky Styley. We've said it before, Freaky Styley better win this race today, though. Do you really think this horse gets better with distance, though?
I do. I think this horse is a lead pipe cinch today. And I know I'm not being brave talking about a horse that's going to be 4 to 5 or in that area, even money. This horse, to me, if he improves like I think he's going to with a little more distance, I think he's going to.
See, I think if anything, this horse gets worse with distance.
Really?
Why would he improve with distance? He hasn't lost races because the distance has been too short.
I think it's gonna. I think the fact that they're stretching out and it'll be a considerably slower front, just gonna pull him into the race a little more and leave him with less to do. I think this horse is the good stuff. I mean,
he's a 3 to 5 shot.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. But you know, I don't think I can't see him getting beat today.
I got some very, very upsetting news for you. The Vosburg was downgraded to a grade 2.
Okay.
It's been thin. I understand. I agree. Freaky Styley's probably going to win this race. No argument.
Did they move the Phoenix up?
I doubt it. The Phoenix never has that good a field. It just has a big field.
Right.
Keeneland has to get at least one new grade 1 every year, right? Soon they'll be running grade 1 allowance races there. I have to pick Kingfish in here. Okay, here's a trivia question for you. What does Kingfish have to do with the Grateful Dead?
I don't. I'm not a deadhead, bro.
That was a Bob Weir band.
Was
back
it?
in the days. Yeah, Lazy Lightning, which the Dead played a lot, was the Kingfish song. Anyhow, I view Kingfish as sort of a perverted. It's a term. You can look it up in the dictionary. It doesn't mean what you think it means. In that case, Linda Rice, second-time starter. She misjudged and thought this was a turf horse. I thought it was too. I bet the horse. I want to give this horse one second chance in the dirt. That's my feeling.
He's the only
He's the
horse.
horse you should have second here.
I think he's the only. Well, I think he's the only horse
Applied
you could pick
volatility
against
is the wrong
winner.
second choice.
I think you could. He's the only horse you could pick against the winner. I don't think that necessarily means he's the second most likely winner. I know that makes no sense to a lot of people.
No, I
but
agree.
It makes sense to
I
me.
think you're right. He's not the second likeliest winner, but he's the horse
He's the
you're
only
supposed to
horse you could pick
him.
against this horse.
Right.
And I knew you were going to. I would have bet money you were going to pick this horse.
Well,
today.
I mean, I have to pick against Freaky Style because I don't see why he should get better with distance. And he's now got 3 seconds and 3 starts, and he's odds on.
I got you.
And he's way the horse to beat. I got no argument with that.
I got you.
I think Implied Volatility is a complete joke in here. I don't like that horse at all.
Okay.
I think he was on a good rail when he ran 2 back, and I don't like that race. I guess Crazy Life has a chance, but Crazy Life's overbet because it's Chad Brown, and I don't know. It's kind of a money burner anyway. He hangs on all surfaces. He's an equal opportunity hanger.
I want to tell Chad.
What's Chad going to disagree with me?
I was going to tell you.
What? Bill Lawrence is a friend of mine. Bill wouldn't disagree with me.
I don't know, man.
What?
I'm going to tell him.
He'll get over it. He'll be okay with it. Trust me. Don't tell Crazy Life. I don't want to offend him. Don't say it in the horse.
So now I just found your Achilles heel.
We done?
I got to go over to the barn.
We ready to move
See
on?
Dan. Yeah, I'm ready.
We got a lunch bet. We got
Calling
everything.
the 5th today.
Are you? Big day Sunday, though. You're calling the last
Calling
4.
the last 4. I get Ferenz Fire in the Gravesend. That'll be fun.
What a way to go into the holidays. What better way to go into the holidays with Santa Claus calling the races here. Anyhow, head over to Naira Bets. If you're not a member of Naira Bets, become a member of Naira Bets. Think about Anthony Stabile and use the promo code Big A.
That's me.
100% deposit bonus.
2%
rebate.
rebate.
Love this. Play through the app on your Aqueduct bets today. Get that 2% rebate. It's free money.
Andy's going to cap.
I'm in on it.
$50 cap. You'll be capped out.
I'm in on that. I've done it. I'm big on that. I love this. I love this promotion.
Don't try and pull a fugazi with these show bets today, Andy. I know you.
You know me. I love betting show.
I know you too well.
I love a show bet. You know, that's the first thing I did when I was a kid when I went to the track was bet show. I quickly got past that.
I think that was the last time I bet the show, and I was like 8.
Picking winners and show bets were out the window.
A guy like, okay, man, at your stature is not going to bet the show.
Anyhow, we are racing today, and Maggie's back. So we'll see Maggie. You'll be stuck a little with me, but you'll have Maggie. So that'll help make up for it a little bit. You got Johnny I now with a reprise of the scratches and changes.